Now, the primary auxiliary verbs do, does or did does not appear in the passive form. Always remember, do, does and did you don't write in the passive form. Do the children play football? So here the object is your football. So it will be, is football played by children? Is football played by children? You cannot write do football played by the children. Then in the active, did Alice invite you? Here it is a past form. So you will be, were you invited by Alice? Were you invited by Alice? It's not that did you be invited by Alice. Now, the verbs has, have, had, will, shall, can, may, etc. do not change their position at conversion. It remains the same. See, earlier in the present, simple present and simple past, you have seen do, does and did is not used. They are not used in passive. But here, these other auxiliaries are used. Active, have you invited them? So, passive, have they been invited by you? This have is not changing its position. Active, will you help me? Help him. Then your passive is, will he be helped by you? The entire change in you help me, him. The entire change in you help him, and this will is the same. So you help him, will he be held by you? Now the question words when, why, where, how or what does not change their position at conversion, just as WL. What did he say? In activities, so what, as it is the past form, so was said by him. What was said by him? Because it is in the past tense, so what was will be here in passive. Now active, why did he punish you? This is again in a past form with why. Why remains the same. It hasn't changed its position. So why you will have to write word because it is in a past tense. Why were you punished by him? Why were you punished by him? Now next, when we use who in subject place and whom in place of object, then what happens? Who do you think will be elected captain? So who or whom? Here who is in the subject, right? And here elected captain, we don't know who will be, who do you think will be elected captain? So how it will be written? Whom will the team elect captain? Because in the object side, if the object is whom, right? So whom will the team elect captain? So if it is who, then in the passive it will be whom. In the passive say, who do you think will be elected captain? So whom will the team elect captain? Now whom did the election result shock the most? So who was shocked the most at the election result? So here you are saying this is active. Here you are seeing who do you think will be elected captain? And who, see in this, when there is who, here who do you think will be elected captain? Well, someone else will elect captain and you don't know who will be elected captain and whom will the team elect captain. Now whom did the election result shock the most? So who was shocked the most at the election result? So here you are seeing where who is a subject and when whom is in place of object, so how it changes. Now next, who changes to by whom and whom into, and whom changes into who in conversion. Whom did you invite? Who was invited by you, right? Who killed the snake? by whom was the snake killed? So here who changes to by whom and whom into who in conversion. Now exercise, some exercise active to passive. Can anybody cure it? See here can. Then can anybody cure it? Can it be cured by anyone? Or you can drop the this also, object also. Can it be cured? You can write in this way also. By someone, you know, don't need to write in passive. Who wrote this book? Here you will have to see wrote is a past tense. Who wrote this book? This book was written by whom? Right? Who becomes whom, as you have said. Have you finished work? This is your present perfect. So have remains the same. Have the work be finished by you, right? When will they announce the result? Here this is when, you know, it will remain as it's in own position when it is in passive. When will they announce result? When the result will be announced by them. Will you help me? Will remains the same. Will he be helped by you? What did he say? What will remain same? What was, because this is a past form, what was said by him? So in this way you are seeing how the rules are followed. You will have to remember the rules all the time. Now, can it be cured by anybody? You can omit. It's not necessary to write. By whom was this book written? Has the work been finished by you? When will the result be announced? By them. If you want to drop off, you can drop. Will he be helped by you? What was said by him? Now, here you have done till now active to passive. But how will you turn passive into active? It's very interesting. I was quite shocked by the language that he used. So you know, in active, the subject and the object. And in passive, the object becomes the subject. Right? And by preposition is added. Right? So here I was quite shocked by the language that he used. So here this particular portion, the language that he used shocked me. Right? In this way also you can write the language that he used shocked me. So I was quite shocked by the language he used. We were both filled with horror by the sight of that event. By, you know, now this will be your subject. The sight of that event filled both of us with horror. In this way also you can write, because we are giving importance to the action. The sight of that event filled both of us with horror. Filled us with horror, that also you can write. I was much hurt by his voice and manner. So, his voice and manner hurt me. Right? He was punished by the master for speaking in class. So, the master punished him for speaking in class. Now, the language that he used quite shocked me. The sight of that event filled us both with horror. His voice and manner hurt me much. The master punished him for speaking in class. So, what have we learnt? We have learnt interrogative sentences, how the auxiliaries are used, which auxiliaries you are not using in passive voice, and how which auxiliaries remain the same when you are writing active or the passive voice, and how you are converting active into passive and passive into active. So all these sessions will definitely help you to understand the active and passive voice. Hope you have learnt a lot from this session. Please do revision, and in the next class I will be with some more new chapters. Thank you.